Last night, the federal government handed down its federal budget for the financial year 21. Now, as was very much predicted, the federal budget was full of spending measures designed to encourage business investment and to spur economic growth as a recovery for the COVID-19 pandemic. In relation to the measures impacting our clients and members, there were four main areas that we'd like to take note of. For a brief summary, we did see some income tax cuts. We saw some changes to business taxation. We also saw some tinkering in relation to superannuation, but not major, which is always good. And also some additional spending in relation to payments for social security entitlements. Kicking off with the business tax cuts. Now, the government have done a number of things here. First of all, they're increasing the low income tax offset from the current 445 to 700, or that's what's been proposed at least. Second, and this is quite important, is that they're proposing to bring forward the second round of tax cuts that was meant to take effect from the 1st of July 2022 into this financial year, and in fact backdating it all the way back to the 1st of July of this financial year. Now, the big thing about those is when you look at where people get the tax savings, the people earning up and over 122,000, they'll get a tax cut of $2,500 per year compared to the current tax rules. And for people earning 45 and 90,000, they will get a tax cut for this year of 1,080. Moving on to some important business taxation announcements, we now see the ability for businesses to carry back tax losses and offset them against profits made from the 2018-19 year onwards. Now, the reason why that's really important is if you've got a business that suffered losses due to COVID, you would need to return to a profit before you'd be able to utilise those losses. Now, in this situation, instead of having to wait for the business to return back to profit, you'll be able to offset those losses against profits made previously from that 2018-19 year onwards. If we move on to super, probably the most important thing to understand about superannuation's announcements from last night is that there wasn't a lot that came out from it. So we didn't see any announcements in relation to the taxation of superannuation funds, taxation of superannuation benefits. Also, prior to the federal budget, there was a lot of noise about the potential changes to the legislative increase in the rate of SG. We didn't see any announcements in relation to that, and we also didn't see any announcements in relation to the retirement income report that was handed to the federal budget back in July. So we still have to wait for those announcements to come through. And moving on to the final main announcement for clients and members, and this just relates to social security payments. Now, the government has announced here that it has intended to make two $250 payments to recipients of certain eligible income support payments. Now, the first payment is proposed to be made in December, with the second payment being moved to March. People that will be eligible to these payments include age pension recipients, people receiving DVA payments, carer payment, and allowance recipients, as well as recipients of the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. That concludes this short analysis of the 2021 federal budget announcement. However, if you'd like to more intricately analyse these changes as how they may affect you, please feel welcome to contact your advisor, accountant or mortgage broker. From us here at JFS, please ensure to stay safe, stay connected with loved ones, and please take care.